Alright, Vincent, I'm back and ready to learn about Stingy Jack.
Alright, I need a turnip, a black candle, the whisker of a virgin, and the horn from an invisible goat.
Oh, what does that have to do with learning about where jack-o'-lanterns came from?
Oh, do you want to know or not? Now get me those items, or we can't summon Stingy Jack and learn the haunted history of the jack-o'-lantern. Do that for me?
Alright, man. I'm gonna look for some food.
Alright, is he gone? Alright, good. Now with him out of the way, maybe we can get through this. Now let us learn the history of the pumpkin and why it's associated with Halloween. Now let's pick up from last week's episode on Samhain and its roots in Ireland. Now a long time ago in Ireland, there lived a drunkard known as Stingy Jack. He was known throughout the land as a deceiver or a manipulator. On a fateful night, Satan overheard the tale of Jack's evil deeds and his silver tongue. Unconvinced or perhaps even jealous of the rumors, the devil went down to find out for himself whether or not Jack lived up to his vile reputation. Now, typical of Jack, he was drunk and wandering through the countryside at night when he came upon a body on his cobblestone path. The body with an eerie grimace on its face. It turned out to be the devil himself. Jack realized that this was his end. Satan had finally come to collect his malevolent soul. So Jack made a last request. He asked the devil to let him drink ale before he departed to hell. Well, finding no reason not to grant the request, the devil took Jack to the local pub and supplied him with many of ale. Upon quenching his thirst, Jack asked Satan to pay the tab for the ale. Oh, he's got some brass ones, doesn't he? Much to his surprise, because he didn't carry any money, Jack convinced him to turn himself into a silver coin with which to pay the bartender and change back when he's not looking. Well, Satan did so, impressed upon by Jack's unyielding, nefarious tactics. Shrewdly, Jack stuck the now transmogrified Satan into his pocket, which also contained the crucifix. The presence of the crucifix kept the devil from escaping his form. This caused Satan to agree to Jack's demands. In exchange for his freedom, he had to spare Jack's soul for 10 years. 10 years after the date Jack originally struck the deal, he naturally found himself once again in the devil's presence. Jack happened upon Satan in the same setting as before, and he seemingly accepted it was his time to go to hell for good. As Satan prepared to take him to hell, Jack asked if he could have one apple to feed his starving belly. Foolishly, Satan once again agreed to this request. As he climbed up the branches of a nearby apple tree, Jack surrounded its base with crucifixes. Satan, frustrated at the fact that he had been entrapped again, demanded his release. As Jack did before, he made a second demand that he will never take his soul to hell. Having no choice, the devil agreed and was set free. Now, eventually the drinking took its toll on Jack and he died. Stingy Jack's soul prepared to enter heaven through the gates of St. Peter, but he was stopped. Jack was told by St. Peter himself that because of his sinful lifestyle of deceitfulness and drinking, he was not allowed through the gates of heaven. Jack then went down to the gates of hell and begged for admission into the underworld. Satan, fulfilling his obligation to Jack, could not take his soul, but the devil was not completely heartless. He gave Jack an ember to light his way. Jack is doomed to roam the world between the planes of good and evil. Throughout his journey, Jack found a turnip and hollowed it out, turning it into a makeshift lantern. Ever since then, Jack's ghost could be seen wandering aimlessly around the Irish countryside. Whenever the locals saw the mysterious lights, they would say, "Oh, that's just Jack, oh, the lantern." Later, the term became synonymous with the name for Stingy Jack's wandering spirit, Jack-o'-lantern. With evil Jack damned to wander the world until Judgment Day, the Gaelic Irish community did not want his spirit visiting their homes. So they took precautions on October 31st the day of the Celtic festival of Samhain. On this day, the spirits of the Neverworld could pass through the world of the living. Ghosts were attracted to the living, so each home carved a menacing face into turnips and rutabagas and prominently displayed them on their doorsteps with a burning ember or candle, just like Jack's lantern. This would keep the spirits away, including Jack, they hoped. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, the Irish migrated to America and brought along their beliefs, holidays, and traditions. They quickly realized that there was a type of gourd indigenous to America that was bigger and better for carving jack-o'-lanterns. Of course, this was a pumpkin. And on the same day as Samhain, October 31st, 145 million Americans would have bought and carved a homemade jack-o'-lantern to place on their doorstep.
Hey, Vincent, I couldn't find any of that stuff, man, except a, invisible goat horn.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just finished telling the tale of Stingy Jack. Wait, how did you find an invisible goat horn?
Well, I found the horn, oddly enough, in the bathroom.
Wait, have you been in the bathroom this whole time?
Oh, yeah, man. I found a bag of sour cream Doritos in the pantry, and it messed me up real good, like.
Oh, Horace, they haven't made sour cream and onion Doritos since the late 70s.
Well, man, that explains the diarrhea. Oh, good. Oh, man.
Oh, sorry, folks. Have a dreadful evening, and see you next time. Oh, please, would you do something about the smell and light a match or something? Oh, dear Lord.